Y'all know what time it is? It's AF3 time, baby. Salesforce announcing Agentforce 3, the first AI agent platform built to manage, optimize, and scale a hybrid workforce. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that in a moment, but speaking of 3, I got your top 3 takeaways from the main keynote. Check this out. Number 1, Agentforce accelerates time to value with a deeply unified platform for agents, apps, and data, allowing any company to create an agentic workforce. Number 2, Data Cloud enables you to activate all of your enterprise data from any application or warehouse and put it to better use. And 3, introducing Agentforce Command Center, a complete observability solution for optimizing AI agents, enabling leaders to manage, track, and scale how AI agent activity enhances human productivity. All of that sounds awesome. That was a mouthful, I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna break down what that actually means in layman's terms, plus the most important question, how do I make the most out of my Salesforce investment? You know who's got the answers? Everybody knows her name. A little cheers shout out there. Maybe a dated reference, I don't know. Carolyn Bathauer, Senior Product Evangelist. Thank you so much for joining us, Carolyn. All of the Agentforce features, as always, they sound amazing, but how do people actually get the most out of Agentforce? What do they need to do?
So get started now. Every customer that I've talked to said, don't wait. You have to start with the simple, high volume type of interactions and use cases because you'll see ROI quickly and then you can expand those use cases. You need to select a partner that is building for now and for the future. And while that's Salesforce, with all of these Salesforce 3 announcements, you really see the Agentforce Studio, the first unified experience to design, test, deploy, and optimize AI agents at scale. And you get trust, deployment, measurement, all in one platform.
All in one platform is the key. What are some agent use case examples that excite you the most, or maybe that you've even experienced?
Yeah, so I mentioned start with the simple. For example, thinking about business scenarios, like 1-800-accountant, simple questions, high volume given to an agent. So for example, Agentforce autonomously resolves 70% administrative chat engagements during the peak part of this past tax season. So that freed up their employees to handle complicated needs of their customers. So it saved them thousands of hours, increased customer satisfaction. So start with the simple and build from there.
In the keynote, I just heard 100+ new industry-specific actions in Agentforce 3. It's incredible. We've outlined some of the amazing features of Agentforce 3, but I'm kind of curious about how do I truly maximize my ROI, right? Say I've already invested in Salesforce, so I've step 1, check, right? What's next? What's step 2?
Yeah, and so everyone I've talked to said as soon as they get hands-on, Trails on Trailhead, become an agent blazer, get virtual hands-on. Just Salesforce Plus has a ton of resources, and so does Trailhead. So you start with what you want the agent to be able to do, the action you want the agent to complete. Think about where that data lives that that agent would need to access in order to do that job. You grant that access. Then you can build, iterate, monitor, then iterate and measure and repeat. So it is an iterative process.
Build, iterate, monitor, iterate. I got it. Okay. So learning, education, agents on Trailhead, virtual hands-on workshops on Salesforce Plus. There's even one at the end of this Salesforce Plus Boston broadcast. Okay, education done. What's next?
So Dreamforce is coming up. I think, that will be the Agentforce event of the year. So you want to make sure you're really thinking about all of the strategies that you can look at. So first it starts with the data. We know that. Then it's the applications that are built on data and Data Cloud. And then that agentic experience layered on top of that. Salesforce is the only one who provides all of those in one place. And so think through that strategy and then maybe come to Dreamforce and think about how you can deploy it. Talk to more customers who've done it.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about the data, right? Because you have data in so many different, what do we call them? Lakes, different places, right? Why is it so important to truly maximize
Yeah.
all the beauty of AI to get your data in place?
So I read a stat that enterprise organizations run almost 1,000 different applications. The data lives in all of those individual locations. So if you want an individual or an agent to be able to do work, you have to put all of that information in one place. And so then it can access and take action from that data container.
I love it, Carolyn. Thank you, as always, for the insight. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.